Again, I think that Republicans need to be careful here not to overreach too much, especially when you have someone who is going through something as serious as prostate cancer. You don't want to put someone up there, run them through, the congressional grind, and come out just looking really heartless. I think that could backfire on them. So I think that they'd be better off just saying, hey, this didn't work the way it should have. You should have informed whatever, but they need to leave it alone at that.
We get nothing for that, y'all. I mean, politically, you get nothing for going after a guy like that. He was sick,
Yeah.
And Secretary Austin was actually back in the hospital on Friday following his 2-week hospitalization. They say it was for a routine exam. Should there be a conversation whether he's fit to serve in his role? I'll start with you this time, Chris.
I think ultimately that he is in the best position to make that decision based on what his doctors are telling him, based on what his prognosis is, what his recovery looks like. If he gets the green light from his doctors, I don't see any reason why he can't continue doing his job.
Kate, what do you think?
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Is there any argument that the Secretary's health should be private? We know Blake's opinion here. Kate, what about you?
Well, there are a lot of things in Washington that aren't private, but something of that nature should be. I mean, we're still all people. That's the problem with politics nowadays. And we get so personal in it, we forget the personal part of politics. And that's why a lot of people are turned off for it. They'd much rather see the NFL than they would see a political debate. So every now and then, you got to just bring the human side back into this and talk about what people really care about. And people care about whether Republicans or Democrats, whether this guy is well. And that's what I care about.
I do want to talk about some breaking news that's just coming into the newsroom. There have been 2 articles of impeachment for Alejandro Mayorkas. We just got the news. Kurt, thoughts?
Yeah, this is expected to me. House Republicans said last week that they intend to begin that process this coming week when they come back. I think that Speaker Johnson talked about January 30th being a possible date that we could see something going down there. So this is a continuation of something that they've started. They've talked about really exhaustively for the last year. And I think part of it, too, the politics of the immigration conversation right now play into this. Right now, we have this conflict going on where the Senate wants to do a bipartisan bill of some kind on border security. The former President Trump, the leader of the Republican Party, said this is not going to happen. Speaker Johnson said this is dead on arrival. Republicans need to do something proactive, at least to show that they are taking the border seriously. I think impeaching the Homeland Security Secretary is their way of doing that from a message standpoint.
Okay, and I'd love to